It's Saturday, August 29th, 2020. Before I start today's video, I want to remind everybody, please come over to my Patreon channel. I just released a video there yesterday. I will be uploading a new video tomorrow. I'm going to specifically be talking about what has just occurred in Wisconsin and why the events in Wisconsin are a bellwether, a prediction to what is coming to America. So please check that video out. Please come over to Patreon. But let's get into today's video right now. So today I want to talk about this economy a little bit more in depth. And I want to talk about these people who may call you doom and gloom, who may call you negative. It's going to be these people that do not heed the warning that are going to suffer the most. These people who have decided to just put their head in the sand and hope that all the bad news goes away. These are the people who are going to wake up one day in a nightmare. They're going to wake up in the real doom and gloom. They're going to wake up in the real negativity because they are not listening to the warning. They are ignoring the facts. By sticking your head in the sand is not going to make what is coming go away. And, we are in a time here in our history where this is the biggest social and economic fight of our lives, of our history. Nobody has ever seen what is taking place right now in America, ever. This is a historic time, and we are in a battle of good versus evil. And people who just call it doom and gloom and negativity would rather go play video games, go watch cartoons, go watch their Netflix, go get high, just go and do something else. Wow, their whole entire future is in jeopardy. The future of their country in jeopardy. To me, these are the most exciting times in U.S. history. They are also the most scary and most concerning times. But that doesn't mean I'm going to just hope it all goes away, stick my head in the sand, ignore the warnings, act like it's not happening. This is the time to get involved. We are never, ever going to see a time like this ever again. And we have big decisions as individuals to make. So people can just sit and watch their Netflix and cartoons, play video games, and ignore the warning signs. But I'm here to tell you that reality is coming to America. And at some point, it is going to affect you. You may have a job today. You may have a house today. But I'm telling you, if you continue to ignore what is happening, you may be a victim of this collapse. You may not have a house. You may not have food. You may become homeless. This can happen to anybody, especially people who are ignorant to the facts, who are sticking their heads in the sand and just hoping that reality goes away. This is the time to be awake, to be preparing, and to be getting ready for the biggest economic tsunami the world has ever seen. It is taking no prisoners. Everybody is susceptible to this tsunami. I believe now is the time to be putting the odds in your favor. And the more awake, aware, and educated you are to what is happening, the better chance you and your family are going to have to survive what is coming. This tsunami, ladies and gentlemen, has just arrived, but it is going to get much more intense. So prepare accordingly. I was reading an article last night on the hedge, and it listed just some points of why this economy is in shambles. It is pointing out facts that are telling you and I that things are very bad. And this is just a few. According to the San Francisco Chamber of Commerce, more than half of all storefronts in the entire city of San Francisco no longer are in business. And I'm telling you these facts because the television and the economic analysts and financial analysts and all these people that represent these big corporations that are just puppets on Fox Business, CNBC, and all these financial pundits, just puppets, trying to reel you in, suck you in to this fraudulent Ponzi scheme they call the stock market, telling you everything is okay, selling you a lie, selling you an illusion. The biggest economic tsunami has arrived. It is going to get intense, ladies and gentlemen, and the facts do not lie. And there are many more than the ones I'm just going to give you. I'm going to give you a handful here today. I've probably already told you these, but I'm going to repeat them today. New York City just reported that it had an unemployment rate of 20% during the month of July. New York City. 83% of all restaurants in New York City were unable to pay their rent last month. This can happen in New York City. It can happen where you live. In 2020, the state of Louisiana lost twice as many jobs as it did after Hurricane Katrina. 52% of all renters in the state of South Carolina are at risk of eviction. And we're looking at 250,000 people at risk of eviction in Las Vegas next month, September. 27% of all Americans did not make their rent or mortgage payment last month. Here's another one. Americans now owe more than $21 billion in unpaid rent. You know, this should concern every one of you. Even if you have a job today, even if you're financially comfortable, this should concern every one of you, because you're going to have friends and family members that are going to land up homeless, losing houses, losing jobs, needing food. And, you know, we must ask ourselves, are we going to help our family members, our friends? But why didn't they heed the warning a couple years ago when you were telling all of them to put some food away, put some money away, put assets away? Don't take that vacation to Hawaii or that vacation to Las Vegas or that vacation to Europe. You know, put that money away for a rainy day. Things are not what you think they are. According to the Mortgage Bankers Association, the delinquency rate on residential mortgages increased by 386 basis points last quarter. But they're telling you and I how great the housing market is. U.S. bankruptcies are at the highest levels in 10 years, and they are expected to surge. Heed the warning, ladies and gentlemen. These are real bellwethers. These are facts. This is reality. This is happening right now. For companies with more than $1 billion in assets, it is being projected that there will be a record number of bankruptcies in 2020. World trade has plunged to the lowest levels on record during the month of June. 23.4% of hotel mortgages are 30 days or more delinquent. And I can tell you, in my area, which depends on tourism, we have lots of hotels here, big ones, the big chains, Hyatt, Hilton, Marriott, and we have small privately owned hotels, and they are being vaporized. American Airlines is laying off 19,000 employees next month. 31% of U.S. workers that were brought back to work after being laid off have been laid off a second time. Does this sound like a V-shaped recovery to you? Does this sound like an economy that is bouncing back? And remember, we just lost another 1.1 million jobs last week. We got those numbers on Thursday. 23 weeks, just complete hemorrhaging of jobs. 23 weeks, 58 million Americans filed unemployment claims. About half of all U.S. workers that have been laid off believe that their job losses are permanent. Reality now coming to America. What are these people going to do? How long can the U.S. government continue to just send out stimulus checks, which everybody's waiting for, unemployment bonuses, which millions are waiting for? And you know, when we talk about unemployed, there are many people who are not even eligible for unemployment, who cannot get it. People who have been waiting 3 months still haven't gotten it. How many people are we not counting in these numbers right now? You know these numbers are manipulated. They're telling you unemployment right now is only 10.2%. If you believe in that, you believe in the tooth fairy. The IRS is projecting that it will receive 37 million fewer W-2 forms for this year than originally anticipated. Over the last 23 weeks, more than 58 million Americans have filed new claims for unemployment benefits, And again, that is not including everyone. Industry after industry is unraveling here in America. Economic bubbles are bursting while people on the television continue to tell you and I everything is okay. Everything's great. The stock market is booming. They don't understand, or they don't want to tell you that there is no relation between the US economy and the stock market. They are completely two different entities, completely detached. Ask yourself, for the person sitting at home waiting for an unemployment check or a stimulus check who's been unemployed for months, does he really care what the Dow Jones did yesterday, the day before, last week? Does he care what the Dow Jones is going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? All he cares about is where is he going to get money? How is he going to feed his family? Can he get a job right now? What is his future going to entail? How is he going to take care of his family? But again, these people on the television continue to tell us everything is going to go back to normal. Things were not normal before, and they certainly are not going back to normal. Normal is gone, ladies and gentlemen, and normal is not coming back for a very, very long time. These people who just continue to say, oh, all this negativity, I can't take it, you're too negative, you're doom and gloom. These people, these are the people I really, really worry about, because they are not looking at the facts. You know, how blind are people here in America today? The storm is here. The clouds are overhead, and yet they believe there's no storm. They don't want to believe it. I think many of these people are so scared and unprepared that they just cannot and will not believe what is happening. And I believe denial is going to get a lot of people really hurt. Denial. It's a powerful emotion, denying something of reality. And but I wanted to make this video because, you know, I hear this terminology of negativity and doom and gloom thrown around quite a bit. This has nothing to do about being negative. Most of you, I'm sure, are very optimistic. I'm a very optimistic person, but I'm just reporting the facts. I'm reporting reality. I'm reporting the true weather of this economy, and it's not good. And this is the time, as I said earlier in the video, to be putting the odds in your favor, not worrying about who thinks you're doom and gloom or negative. You know, look, the news is horrible. What's happening is horrendous. But what's going to happen is going to be more brutal and more horrific than anybody could even imagine. And these people who didn't want to listen, the people who called you a doom and gloomer, these are the people that will pay the ultimate price. These will be the people knocking at your door for food, for protection, for a roof over their head. These are the people who will wake up in the nightmare. These are the people who are going to live in doom and gloom. They're going to live in real negativity. And no matter how well you prepare, it's gonna be a tough time for everybody, period. But if you're preparing, putting the odds in your favor right now, you're going to lessen the blow. And there is going to be huge opportunity during these times. I believe that massive wealth is going to be made during the worst of times. History's taught us that. But these people who want to judge, criticize, make fun of us, call us names, hey, so be it. You want to call me Dr. Doom? You can call me that all day long. All I know is when things implode, I'm going to be a lot better off than the people that called me names, and so are you. These are going to be the people that are going to be begging you for help. But, you know, I just really wanted to talk about that today. And remember, all of you watching this video, you're not alone. There's millions of people just like you. Read the comments down below. People are awake, they're aware, they know exactly where we're at right now, they know exactly what's coming. So don't listen to the naysayers. These are the uneducated, they are the asleep, they are the masses, they are the sheep. sheep get led to slaughter. And unfortunately, these people are going to be destroyed and slaughtered financially when the biggest wealth transfer in the world takes place. You will have cash, you will have assets, you are going to have opportunity to flourish and probably become wealthy. Some of you are going to probably become very, very wealthy during these times. And, I don't wish bad times upon anybody. This isn't about who's right or who's wrong. This is about who's awake and who's asleep. The wheat and the chaff are being separated right now. People, you have a huge decision to make right now. This country is at a crossroad, and many people are going to choose to follow the television, follow the politicians, follow the stock market, follow the illusion, and they are going to be led to slaughter. Financially, many may be physically led to a slaughter. Many people are going to lose their lives during this depression, period, through drug use, through suicide, through violence, through starvation. It's going to be a very chaotic time in America, and I'm here making these videos today, trying to save as many people from being victims of what this economy is going to bring upon America. So I'm going to leave it there. I want everybody to have a wonderful weekend. Get out, get some sun, enjoy life, enjoy nature, enjoy God's creations. But at the same time, be awake and aware of what's happening in this country. Be aware of your surroundings and your environment. Take some time, top off the preps a little bit, fine tune your preps. Remember, it's all about balance. And I think if we live our lives in balance, it's going to be much easier to adjust to what's coming. But I'm going to leave it there. God bless every one of you. Thank you so much for taking the time watching this video. Thank you for supporting the channel. Talk to you very, very soon. Patreon video tomorrow. Make sure you check it out. So much happening in America. Look, people like they're just obsessed with sports. How could you not be obsessed with the future of America? Especially people who have pensions, people who have retirements, people who have businesses. How can you not be obsessed with what is happening right now? This is the biggest game in U.S. history, and you should be in it. You should be a part of this. Get in this game. Put some skin in the game. America needs you. God bless.